Hello and welcome back to my channel. So in today's tutorial, we'll be exploring 5 different apps that lets you add sophistication and flair to your tests effortlessly. As you know, Canva continues to make it easier and better for Canva users to create beautiful, stunning, compelling visuals. So in today's tutorial, I will be sharing with you these 5 different apps that you can use, right, to make your tests stand out effortlessly. So let's dive right in. App we'll be using is called Test Maker. Let's go down to find Test Maker. I recently opened it, so it should be here. But you can also find it from your apps. If you go to apps, you search for Test Maker. So here it is. Click on it. So Test Maker actually provides you with various test effects that you can add to your design. All you need to do is you choose a style, you add your test, you tweak it if necessary, and of course, go ahead and add to your design. So let's add our test. I'll be using the word empowered. And here I have different effects I can choose from. If you click on see all, you'll be able to see all of them. So they have 3D effects. We have gold, comic, graffiti, neon, retro. So it depends on the kind of design you are making. So the type of design and the kind of message you're trying to pass across will all depend. The kind of test the style you choose, the effects you choose for your test, it all depends on the kind of design you're making, right? So these are the options you have. Right, so let's choose this. No, Chama, no, that's not what we want. We can choose, let's choose from 3D. We can use this one, Ruby, and see what our empowered looks like. You can also change the font. If you don't like the font, you can change the font from here. You can align left, center, or right. Now, if you have more than 2 lines of the text, you can decrease the line height or increase the line height, and also letter space. So once you're done with all of that, you can go ahead and add to your design. So this is our test. Here you can now stretch. So this is how to work with Test Maker. It is very easy to use. Another app we'll be looking at is Type Lettering. Type lettering is a lot different from Test Maker. Let's search for type lettering. There it is. So for this one, it's just a list of different test templates that you can use for your design. It's a combination of different kinds of test effects. So here you just choose a template that you like. Just scroll through to find a template. You can see this looks like extrude. We'll be looking at type extrude much later. So these are just templates that you can use. Once you scroll through to find a template, let's select this one. Once you scroll to find a template that you love, you can now add your tests. Let's add Canva design. So this is what it looks like. So once you select a template, you can now customize it, add your own tests, change the font, align left, right, center, increase the line height or reduce line height. You can also change colors from here. And once you're done, you add to your design. So this is how this one works. Let's add to design. The next app we'll be looking at is a very common app. If you've watched my previous videos, you will see me use that app. So it is called Type Gradient. Type Gradient, I think I have it opened. Type Gradient. So you go to app and you search for Type Gradient. So here now you have to enter your test, or let's leave it as this default test. What will you design today? And then you have the option of changing the font. There are several fonts you can choose from. Hundreds of fonts that you can choose from. So let's also leave it at the default font. You can align left, center, right. You can reduce or increase. It just, all of them are just similar method, similar setting. And here you have the option of changing the color. Let's change this color and see what it gives us. So you can add your own gradient, and then you can move the position how you want them by just moving this slide here. I don't know what this is called. So just move it around, and however you want your gradient to appear or show on the text. So you just move it. Once you're satisfied, you add to design. So this is our text. Just like the previous one, you can also update elements. If you decide to change the color, let's say I want this color to be somewhere orange color, and maybe this one, I want it close to green, or yeah, greenish. And maybe this one, I want it something like this. I can update this element and the color will be updated. So this is how to work with gradients. It is also easy. Let's add another page. So the next test effect or test app we'll be trying out is called Typecraft. So you search for it in your apps and you'll find it. It's also a common app for me. If you're used to my tutorials, you would also see me apply this in my tutorial. So this test effects or test app, what it does is that it gives you the flexibility to play around with your test. You can bend, you can wrap, you can twist, you can come up with unique test effects, for your creations. So this test effect Typecraft is one of my favorites. So what you can do, let's add our test here. Let's also use the word empowered. Okay, let's make it all caps. Empowered. Now you can change your test effects, test font. You can change the font. You can add different styles. You can make it on field, outline, on field, and okay, these are the three options you have. And then you can change your color to something different. Let's use this blue here. You can add mirror points. You can make it horizontal, vertical, but let's leave it at no mirror. And so here is where you test your creativity, play around with this shape, however you want your shape to look like. This is like I said earlier, this is one of my favorite apps for test effects. So you just play around with these, and when you're done, you add element to design. So this is our element. So this is Typecraft for you. Let's add another page. And the next test effect you'll be trying out is very, very unique. If you're looking to transform your design from flat to dynamic, this is the app you should try out. It is called Type Extrude. It helps you to seamlessly integrate 3D extrusion into your test. So let's search for Type Extrude. I have it here. You can also go to apps and search for Type Extrude and you will find it. Now we can enter our text. Let's also enter the text we've been using, empowered. Your own font. You can change the font to your own brand font. Just as always, you can align left, center, right, change the line height or increase or decrease the line height. You can also add border. You can also increase the border width or decrease the border width. You can change the angle of your border width and the length as well. So look at what we have. Now, if we increase the border width, see what we have. If we increase the length, see what it now looks like. If we change the angle or move the angle backward, you see how it looks. If we move it forward, see what our text looks like. So this is type extrude. And the best way to learn how to use all of these apps is by trying them. So it all depends on what you want to design, the project you're working on. If you desire to add, a 3D text effect to your design, then try this type extrude. You can change your font as I mentioned earlier. Play with the line height if you have more than one line, and then work with your border width. You can decrease or increase your border width. Just play around with it, and when you're okay with what you have, you add to your design. So this is it for this tutorial. I hope you learned something. I hope you're going to try out any of these apps in your next project. And as always, I would love to see what you create. Always share with me and share with your friends as well. Feedback is very important for you as a designer. When you share your design, you gain from other person's perspective about what you created. All right. So always look out for feedback and take corrections where necessary. See you in my next tutorial. Bye.